Take it away, Scully. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And today's Whuzzup Wednesday, hosted by Dave over at Woody Scale Model Garage. If you don't know Woody, go to his channel. Check him out. He's a great builder, awesome guy, and a big part of this community. He's also volunteers time down at NNL East. He runs the hospital. So if you bring your model cars over there and enter them into the show and you lose a piece, he'll help you to rectify the problem. Very cool. Yeah, Dave, thanks for everything you do, buddy. I appreciate it. Is that all you got, Mark? No, Scully, I got plenty more. Well, let's hear it then. All right. I have a lot of fun doing this, guys. Can you tell? Dave, thank you for putting this on. This is pretty cool. And let's get into it. So, what's up Wednesday? First of all, that's Dave's shop card. If you're not familiar with Dave, go to his channel. Look at these builds. He just did, from Sunday, he did model cars and coffee, and he featured a bunch of his funny cars, and man, they're awesome. He's a great builder, and he's humble too, you know. I believe he's one of the best. I mean, check out these things. Meticulous, and very good painter. He does tutorials. He's affiliated with Gallery, and I've used his code before, and, you know, do him a favor. Use his code. So, if anybody wants one of my shop cards, the Rock Rimmon, that's where I grew up. I drew a picture of it. I used to hang around there, climb there, sled there, skate there, swimming pool, all kinds of stuff. It was a good place to grow up and hang out. And that's where I met my buddy John. And I'm actually making What'd You Buy Wednesday and What's Up Wednesday on Tuesday, because tomorrow we're going to Joe Bonamassa. And I made it sound like it's going on the 5th. But actually, I'm going on the 4th. And today is Johnny's birthday, on the 3rd. So, that's what we're doing. If you want one of my shop cards, I'll leave an email right now on the screen. And I'll give you a Ziggy sticker. You don't have to have a channel. No problem. Just reach out to my email. All right? Get the shop card out of the way. Thank you, Dave. I also want to do a shop card shout out for this guy, because he was out for a couple weeks, and we missed him dearly, and he's back. And go over to Glenn's Models. You won't regret it. He's a great guy, an awesome builder. He comes up with all these cool things, and he's a good friend of mine. So, and Dave's. All right? Thanks. So, Mark Baston has a YouTube channel challenge, I guess. This is not going to be my official entry into it, but what I get going on over here, let's move Jackie out of the way. Hey, Mark, why do you call her Jackie? You gotta ask. That's not Lisa approved. I cracked myself up. This is going to be called, this is my shop vehicle for the mediocre modeler. And I have green and red in the Ziggy because one of the first builds I did was a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. And it was for the Blue Ox Model Shop Street Machine Group Build, hosted by Jason at Blue Ox Model Shop. I'll leave a link in the description. He's an awesome builder. One of the, you know, uh, one of the premier channels, I want to say, in the community. And he inspired me to start my YouTube channel. And he's a local guy here, and he's a good guy and a great builder. And so anyways, when I got into his group build, this is the first time I got into a group build. It was a Street Machine group build, and I wanted to replicate this. And I thought it was really cool. King Ratfink, so I got some Ratfink decals, and I made a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. And I ended up gifting it to Jason. And, you know, I put a lot of work into it, and, you know, I liked the way it turned out, and I think it made me happier to give it to Jason because, you know, he's a good guy, and he inspired me to start a YouTube channel and jump into group builds, and I like doing group builds. They're challenging. You know, I wouldn't build half the models I've been building unless I'm in a group build, I think. So my shop card has the 56 Thunderbird on it, and it's Ziggy's on it, and Ziggy's got Ratfink colors because of the Ratfink that I did for Jason's Street Machine group build, his first one. So my shop vehicle naturally has to be in the Ratfink theme. So that's why I got some scale finishes. Flocking. I showed that on What'd You Buy Wednesday. So red, green, and yellow. And this vehicle is a kit bash between the moon scope that Dave gave me. Appreciate it, Dave. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and now I know. I'm going to kit bash it with the snowmobile dragster. And so that's the engine from the ski-mobile dragster. And the moon scope. Those tires are tires that were gifted to me by Grumpy Greg at Grumpy Greg's Models and Toys, because this build right here went to my best friend John as a retirement gift. And when I finished it and I was going to his house to deliver it, I tripped on a stair and it went to the ground and it smashed. And so that's been on the back burner because I wanted to put it in some kind of container to protect it. So the other day I was at a store, it was a Target, and I came across this glass. It's like a bakery or bakeware, like a cake glass or something. And I says, wow. I saw that and I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be the right size, but it turns out that it's perfect. So now I'm going to get back on that. So I went off on that tangent because when that happened, Grumpy Greg sent me some parts so I can rebuild it. So now that I found that glass, I'm going to start rebuilding it. So that's what's up on that. And this thing is going to be called the Zigster. Instead of the dragster, the Zigster, because Ziggy. So the Zigster, that's going to be my shop vehicle. So pretty cool. I think that's going to turn out nice. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really psyched to get into this. So let's see, what else? I have the scale finishes for GT Racing, red, white, and blue, because I'm doing the 1967 Corvette, Felicity Shagwell Corvette. It's supposed to be red, white, and blue. The decals were shot on the kit, so I'm going to attempt to mask and paint the red, white, and blue. And as you can see, I use bare metal foil on the 427 here and here. And then the little Chevy flag emblem on the front, bare metal foil that. In the back, the Corvette insignia is bare metal foiled. So I'm going to use this Ford GT white next. Wow, I gotta hit this with one more coat of primer. And this little antenna here, I tried to bare metal foil that a couple times, and it's just not working out. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I think what I'm gonna do is like nip it at a certain point, and then bare metal foil it, and then use a drill to drill out a little spot where I could put a wire in there and make it look like the antenna. I have the side view mirror hole drilled because I'm going to pin that. The gas cap, where it goes, I pin that. I'm going to pin it, so I drilled the hole. Same thing with the windshield wipers. Drilled the holes for them. And the door handles on the side. So I'm going to pin all the hardware. So I still have some not panel lines, some mold lines right here that I got to correct before I hit it with one more coat of primer. And that should do it. And then I'll hit it with the racing white. Then I'll start masking it off and paint the red stripes. And then I got these little stars like you get at school when you were a kid from the teacher for being a good pupil. I didn't get many of them. I'm going to put them on the white, and then I'm going to spray the blue over it. So it's going to give the flag look like the flag. It's going to be pretty cool. I've never attempted that. It's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a lot of fun as well. So that's where I'm at with that. I have all the chrome parts de-chromed, and I already sprayed them with the Fusion Firm, and they've been dried for at least a week. And so I'm going to be using that. I didn't like the way the bumper turned out on the small scale group build, so I had to take this apart. And when I did, this bare metal foil came off, so I got to redo that. And then I noticed one of the headlight bezels was gone. I'm like, man, I'm never going to find that. And before I stood up, I looked down on my lap and I found it. Woohoo! So I'm going to finish that. That's where I'm at with that. And again, one of the tail lights fell off, but I have it right here. I'm about ready to put this away. When I finish a model, I like to let it hang around for a week or two, and then when I get sick of looking at it, I'll put it away. But always something different. Dave, thanks for coming up with this idea, buddy. Thanks for your tips and tutorials and stuff. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, I look forward to seeing you again at NNL. All right, peace out, everybody.